Good morning. It is 3/26/2020 at 9:24 a.m. Yes, I'm in New York. We'll get that out of the way. Yes, I'm in my scrubs here. I'm not at guard duty. But as you know, we're all supposed to be inside quarantine. We're not supposed to come out unless we're told to. And yes, last week I was told. Was it last week? Yeah, I'll consider last week or the week before I was told to come home. And they had given us one of these. See, it might show up backwards until it gets flipped back around when I do some edits. But it's hand sanitizer. That was gone the first day I got it. As you can see, all the equipment I have is still here in this book I've been reading. Cameras, phone, which you should probably have your devices charged and ready, because there could be power failures. And yes, yesterday in the area we had somebody purposely go knock out power for one area, and besides that, it also knocked out a substation almost, and that would have knocked a whole mess of people out. So you're probably thinking, what am I snacking on? Some Cheez-It. Yeah, that's a tad bit. And yeah, everything, my supply is going down. The freezer that I have over there is empty. The only thing that's in there, Girl Scout cookies. And that's about it. And yes, just the warning, if you see me walking around in shorts, that's all I've been doing lately. If someone knocks at the door, says we have to go out of this building, shall be it. I got the pants, got my keys, in case you have to go out, cameras and everything. Backup batteries, the portable battery packs that keep your phones going. And these devices right here, they are normally known to be used in hotel rooms to clear smoke, dust, dander, basically disinfect the whole room of viruses or anything. This has been ran almost straight for 2 weeks, putting it in different locations. And you see down here, you can't be in the same room. Right down here. So what I do is I put it in one room, close the door, and then once I know it's done, you see how long it could take. Right here, put it on full setting. Probably can't see it, but oh, I don't have it switched on over there. But you would see a purple light in there. That generates the cleaning method, and it sanitizes your room. And see, just a regular it's probably too late to order one of these now, because all the delivery companies are falling behind because of the virus, and they can't continue to keep up, so packages may be delayed or they may have came down with the COVID-19 virus, and then they have to be quarantined, and that just keeps cutting down the drivers, boom, down. Not good. And you still have people that are being told they can go out and have a walk out in and get some fresh air. The only fresh air you should be getting is home. You have a front porch, screened in porch, that would be considered you're still inside, but then you got your screened porch and you're not infecting anybody. Well, some people, yeah, it might travel through the screen and get to the person. True, but a screened in porch might be okay to a point. As most states start enforcing curfews and shelter in place, there are counties in those places that are starting to fine people for being out. When the media says you can go out for a walk, they're getting fined because when people are out there, it hampers their work and they can't get their work done. So like when I was mentioning that accident, nobody's supposed to be out. And if you're out, you get a fine. And you also get a fine if you're out there because you're not, saying, okay, here's my ID. This is where I work. This is what I was given. Unless you've been approved and confirmed at that job, they call a number. They say, is so and so part of your company and your payroll? If they say yes, they'll let you go without a fine. But if not, say if you have a whole mess of cars and you're an emergency technician, you got your kids in the car, you got let's just say your whole family in the car. The family is going to be shifted back home while you go into work. Though it might not seem nice at all, but that is only for people on the front lines. First responders, the fire departments, police departments, government officials. So that should be taken into mark. Let's take it one time. Now, if you don't want to, listen to that, I know there's going to be some people that are going to put a negative on this video. That's fine. You do what you want. But there's people that are going to get an idea out of this video. And they're going to say, hey, this guy's letting us know what's going on. He's inside. And look, he's wearing scrub. He might be part of a hospital somewhere. And he might be called in. People are going to think that. And this video is probably going to be embedded in other countries with my speaking edited to their language, so they know what's going on. And it's about 9:33 right now, 3:26 if you didn't get the request. Now, the other thing about mail, it's been coming across the feeds. They say the mail could close down the road eventually because some of the workers are starting to pick up the virus. And while they say that it can't be caught on certain areas, they were saying cardboard boxes, plastic, and you have these little, as for Sonics, you got these glossy papers Then you got, these packages for light bulbs. Glossy. The virus can stay on those areas there for a while. So, unless you got one of them devices that can clean the air, just don't be in the same room. Make sure your pets and animals are clear of that, and you can't bring them back to that area unless it's clean. Because if you don't, that causes some issues there, because the cleaning cleans a lot of the white blood cells and other things inside the lungs. Yeah, and if you hear that, I have the police radio on. That's usually with the guard work and stuff. We get people calling the fire department at all hours of the day. So if you look all around, so I have the clothes ready just in case. All those have just been recently washed, but I'm gonna just keep using that. And another thing, for the people who keep going to the grocery stores for an excuse to get out of the house, that's another reason for getting a ticket. Try ordering online where someone can bring it to you. If you keep going out, this is never gonna pass. And people want to go back to work, and there are people that say a shutdown will cause issues if it shuts down. A lot of people don't remember the Great Depression. That closed down, but there was able to run from that on that time frame. Everything went back around. They learned from that. And some of the people now, they don't want to hear that. They want their money. They don't want to be kicked out of their apartment. But if they watch TV, either streamed on their phone or streamed on their TV, they should know that places are, cutting rent for a certain amount of time, and mortgages and bank and late fees. So if you have any, loans or anything and you can't get to them, yeah, you still get the interest and charged on them until they say, okay, we're gonna waive this, and then you won't have to pay it, but you might not be able to, get another loan again. You'd have to, work on it, because banks don't just want to cancel their bills right off because they lose revenue. Okay, it's about 13:40 minutes into the video. I should probably go and get this edited. It's 9:38 in the AM in New York. Yeah, you usually won't see me without, my hat on or anything. Don't worry, the hat is here. Also, I do have my mask here, of course. The standard. So if you don't need to be out, stay inside, watch videos, watch YouTube, watch your news. Every place is going to have some kind of news of what's going on. And I thank you, and stay safe.